Hello, Gordon. How are you? I'm always well whenever I return on time with the Express, Edward. Of course you are. Though, I must admit, my spirits were dampened when I parted from Barrow due to some fearful news I'd heard over the wireless. What's wrong? Did the Nazis finally invade Poland? I knew it! No, Edward. We just lost to Australia in the 4th Test match. Pardon? Cricket, Edward. I'm talking cricket. I see. You sound thoroughly disinterested. That's because I am. Sorry, but I don't care much for the sport. What? What sort of an Englishman are you? Considering I'm a trained Gordon, that's a very interesting question. But you do take pride in being British, right? Of course. Then how can you not be outraged that we were thrashed by one of our own colonies? Because it's inevitable, we'll get them back. Very true. I suddenly feel that much better. Thank you. My pleasure, old boy. Wait, whose whistle was that? No, it couldn't be. Couldn't be who? Scott! I doubt very much there has ever been a more famous engine than the A3 that was approaching Knapford, and there are certainly none who have ever travelled the tracks of 3 different continents. The poster boy for the Air Linear, the pinnacle of express locomotives, these were the qualities that best exemplified the Flying Scotsman, better known as Scott. Hello, Gordon, my dear brother. It's so good to see you. Scott! I don't believe it! What brings you here? Duty, dear brother. My coaches are crammed with holiday makers looking to escape the grime of London. I'm surprised Mr. Starr didn't mention anything. He wanted it to be a surprise. Ha ha! It was easy for me to stay silent, as I so wanted to see the expression on your face. You have that same look whenever Thomas wakes you up, Gordon. Be quiet! Come now, Gordon. That's hardly befitting an engine of Sir Nigel Gresley, wouldn't you say? I suppose. Neither is a lack of introductions. Who is your friend, dear brother? Scott, this is Edward. Oh, so you're Edward. You've heard of me? I heard about the time you needed assistance from the Middy's goods engine. I see. Why so sullen? The reporter who wrote that article. You know what he referred to me as, right? Ah, yes. Old Iron. Very unprofessional. But you shouldn't let that bother you. Not since you were willing to accept help, even from an adversary. To bring your passengers to their destination in such a state, that is the mark of a true nor'easter. Oh, well, thank you, sir. Please, Edward, call me Scott. All my friends do. All right, thank you. Scott, anyway, I do hope you'll be staying on Sodor a while, Scott. We have much to catch up on. Indeed, dear brother, especially concerning the cricket. Did you hear what happened with the Australians? Edward and I were just talking about that. He's just as outraged as I am. Aren't you, Edward? Yes, Gordon, thoroughly outraged. Now, who was that? Oh, no. He's here too? Who? So, Scotty, they let you out of the works, did they? No matter. I'm sure you'll be back there in short order. Mwahaha! What blooming cheek! Who was that, Scott? That was Geoffrey, an express mixed traffic engine for the Middies. Express mixed traffic? I've never heard of such a designation. He's an experimental unit, one I hear is performing above and beyond expectations. What was that remark he made about you being in the works? Routine maintenance, Gordon. Nothing serious. But to Geoffrey, any trip to the works is a sign of weakness. And he's so infallible? He must be. In the 4 years he's been running, he's never once had to visit the works. Really? Not once? Not once. And you know I've had some problems in the past, right, Gordon? We all have, Scott. Don't mind that or that brute. You'll always be the pride of the LNER. You mean we will always be the pride of the LNER, don't you, brother? Of course. And you do know I was including Edward, don't you, brother? Yes, of course. Thank you, Scott.